Hey guys, welcome back to the delusion experiment. Today we are going to do a collective reading. This one is called AMOR FATI. AMOR FATI is a beautiful concept where we learn to embrace our challenges in the same way that we do our blessings. This allows us to have a grateful heart and allows us to appreciate where we are and what we have so that we can be open to receiving what it is that we want to bring in to our reality. So the first question that we're asking today is, what challenges might we be facing right now? And the first card up is thrills, continuous cycles, bad decisions, addictions. Then we have vacay, get away, relax, have fun. And lastly, we have burned bridges, lack of trust, disloyal, turned back on. So again, this is a collective reading. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't force it. With these cards, we could certainly be looking at 3 different situations, or we could be super lucky and be embracing all 3 of these challenges. With the first card out, thrills, some of you may feel like you have been in this cycle where you just keep either making the same bad decisions, not choosing things for your best and highest good. And what I'm really hearing is like self-sabotage. You know what it is that you want to work on, but you feel like you're blocking yourself from moving forward or from having success. Know that there is a lesson, and we're going to get to that a little bit later in the reading, but there is a lesson in feeling like you can't move forward, right? There's something that you need to look at potentially on a deeper level. But again, this is a collective reading. So some of you may be making the same bad decisions. Maybe you keep picking the same guy and having the same results. Maybe you are a smoker, or you've been drinking a little bit more than you would like to lately, and you want to make changes in those areas. There's some sort of cycle that you continue to experience, or something in the way that you are treating yourself in terms of making maybe your one of your resolutions was to eat healthier, and maybe you keep making poor choices there. We're going to dive a little bit more into this as we go. The next one, the vacay, I immediately heard that some of you are just feeling really burnt out, and you feel like you could really use a vacation. You could use the opportunity to disconnect from your day-to-day life, to step away, relax, have a little bit of fun, gain some perspective, and kind of come back renewed. The biggest theme here is that you are burnt out and you might not have the funds, the PTO, you may not have anywhere to go or anyone to go with, but you're feeling really stuck where you're at, and you know that what would help you is taking that break. And for whatever reason, it's just not possible right now. Excuse me. And last, we have the burned bridges card. There's some of you that are dealing with someone in your circle that you can no longer trust. For some of you, this could be that someone has turned their back on you. But what I'm feeling more strongly is that some of you have turned your back on someone. likely they broke your trust, they were disloyal, and you have now turned your back on them, and you are happy to light that match, set that bridge on fire, and keep walking away without turning back. I'm getting the feeling that that is the right thing to do, but that doesn't mean that there aren't challenges associated with doing that. So next up, we're going to look at what hidden lessons or opportunities can be found for the collective within these challenges. Let's just give the deck a good shuffle. Oh, it doesn't seem like they're gonna come out in order, but that's okay. That is okay. And since they went flying, clearly they're telling me. They're telling me themselves. So we're gonna take them in the order in which they came out. First, we have shocking, turmoil, trouble, unexpected. I immediately felt like this belonged over here, but we'll see how things go. Then we have finality, farewells, leave behind, closure. Yeah, there we go. And lastly, we have commitment, marriage, promises, and fidelity. Again, collective reading. This could absolutely be for some of you. That is not the energy that I am getting. What I am getting is this is more about a commitment to yourself. If you feel like you're going through the same cycle over and over again, making the same bad decisions, that you're sabotaging yourself, one thing that you need to look at is, how do you handle it when you make a promise to yourself? Do you keep every promise that you make to yourself, or are you making them and breaking them just as quickly? That's the challenge that, or the lesson or opportunity that you need to look at with this challenge. If you aren't keeping your promises to yourself, you're keeping yourself stuck, right? And you're not showing yourself the same integrity that you would somebody else. So I think the lesson here is that you need to ask yourself, why are you not keeping promises to yourself? Why is it not important for you to honor your own wishes? Why would you, I'm hearing that you wouldn't think, you would never break a promise to your best friend or to your mom, but yet you make and break promises with yourself all the time. That's the hidden lesson and opportunity for you in this situation. It's going to help you to dive deep into why that is for you. If you can answer that question, and it might come down to self-worth, it might come down to how you value yourself, how you see yourself, do some shadow work around that. And then start to make yourself small promises. Something simple, something that you know that you can keep. Because if it's a habit for you to break promises to yourself, you need to sort of start small. You need to prove to yourself the same way that you would have to prove to a friend. If you continuously broke promises with them, you have to earn your own trust back. And a lot of times we don't view ourselves the same way we would view a best friend. And we should, because we deserve the same treatment that we would give our best friends. So I think that's the opportunity here. That's the lesson here. Do some shadow work around why you break promises to yourself. Because if you continue to make poor decisions and you keep entering in the same cycle, I would bet you $1 to a donut that the last time you made that bad decision, or you ended that cycle, you promised yourself you would never do it again. but yet here we are. So that's the hidden lesson there. The finality, farewells, leave behind, and closure, I think that's really the hidden lesson or opportunity here. You want to go away. You want to step away from your reality, disconnect, decompress, and then you believe that by doing that, you'll come back with fresh perception of your situation, right? You'll have fresh eyes, you'll feel, renewed, restored. That's what a vacation does. But what I'm hearing is you're really sort of masking what it is that you have to work on. You're taking the easy way out, is what they're saying. A vacation would be easy, right? To step away from your daily situation and put some distance so that it isn't so much in the forefront of your mind. But what the universe is saying is that, while we could all use a vacation and while we're all pretty much burnt out, if you live in America, raise your hand if you're not burnt out, because I'd like to shake your hand. But really the lesson here is that you need some closure. You need to leave some things behind, and you need to do it while you're fully conscious of it. You need to make a conscious effort to close that door, to leave it behind. And going on vacation is going to give you the feeling like that's happening, but that's not really what's going to be happening. You're masking, right? As we see here, you are masking. Going on vacation would allow you to mask what you really need to do. You need to bring some closure to a situation. You know what it is, collective. It popped into your head the minute you saw the card and I read the words. So as much as you want a vacation, you want to disassociate, you want to disconnect, and you want to put some distance there, going on vacation is only going to allow that to be temporary. The opportunity here is for you to make it permanent. Do the work, close the door, leave it behind, and then you can go on vacation. Next up, we have the shocking, the turmoil, trouble, unexpected. While that doesn't feel like an opportunity or a lesson, it definitely is. This bridge that you are looking to burn or have burned is for a reason. This entire event happened because you likely would not have seen the light if it wasn't for this event. You would have stayed in this situation. The universe needed to be a little bit drastic, needed to make it shocking, needed to cause trouble and turmoil in order for you to see this person or situation for who they really are. The universe showed you their true colors. That's the opportunity that you've been presented with this burning bridges. You would not have seen them for who they were if it wasn't for this situation or this event. So the universe really did you a favor, but now you need to make peace with that. They're telling me to tell you, be aware, this is not about you, this is about them. You were a great friend, a great employee, a great daughter, sister, brother. This is not about you. This is them. This is who they are. You are still that good person. This did not happen to you. This is happening for you, but this is not about you. The universe is showing you who they were because you didn't deserve who they were, what they were doing, what they weren't doing. Don't beat yourself up because this is about them. This is not about you. Okay, next we're going to look at how can the collective embrace these challenges with an open heart. I hope you're sticking with me. I know AMOR FATI sometimes is not what you want to hear. This is not a nice, necessarily nice reading. It's very much what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. It isn't the sweetest of readings, that's for sure. Okay, so first up we have soul whispers. This is how can we embrace these challenges with an open heart. We have soul whispers. Look beyond the words and hear what is really being said now. That goes beautifully. Then we have the duality dance. Seek balance amid the chaos and find harmony within yourself. And lastly, we have divine timing. Be patient, for some things take time to manifest fully in your life. This is beautiful. Okay, so the soul whispers. To me, this is just reinforcing that if you are breaking promises to yourself, if you're continuing to make the same bad choices and finding yourself in the same cycles, you do need to do that shadow work. You need to look within. You need to listen to your inner voice, your higher self. It's telling you what you need to do. It's showing you. And oftentimes the universe will whisper initially, but if you aren't hearing what the universe is trying to tell you, it gets louder and louder and louder until eventually we have to have a burned bridges situation. Do the shadow work, journal a little bit, ask yourself, why am I so quick to break promises for myself and not for anybody else? You deserve the same time and attention from yourself that you would give somebody else. So for the collective that resonates with this line of challenges, this is the best way to embrace these challenges. Get quiet, spend some alone time with yourself, do some shadow work. The answers are already within you. Next, the duality dance. So this is about finding balance, right? There is a situation, a person that you're looking to get distance from. Your immediate answer is to run away and go on vacation. The universe is telling you the real challenge is sticking around and closing it out yourself, making a conscious effort to close it out. How you embrace the challenge is by finding balance, right? So maybe you do go away for a weekend, but maybe that weekend is more of like a personal retreat where you have a little bit of distance, but you also consciously give yourself the closure that you need regarding this situation. The universe is showing me two different extremes, right? You know in your soul, right? If you listen to the soul whispers, even though this is not necessarily for you, if you listen to the soul whispers, then you know that you should be sticking around. You should be the one creating that closure, that finality for yourself. You already know that going on vacation isn't going to solve that problem. Is it going to help with some things? Absolutely. Is it going to solve that problem? No. So you will have gone on vacation only to come back and still have to find that balance. But balance is your key to embracing these challenges. And lastly, divine timing. Again, the universe did this for you for a reason and at this specific time. This was divinely orchestrated where this situation, this individual showed you their true colors so that you could see them, so that you did not invest any more time in this situation and take time away from you. You needed to know this now because you're on a forward moving path. And if you stayed in that situation, you would not be able to attain or achieve the things that are coming for you. Okay. And lastly, we are going to look at what blessings are already unfolding as a result of these challenges. Let's see, this should be good. So far, I think all of the cards have been very validating. They have absolutely given you direction. And I have no doubt that we will get what blessings are already coming for you. Okay. So first up, we have the Ibex, resilience. Well, that's for sure. Next, we have the Seal, intuition. And last, we have the Snake, transformation. So the lessons in putting yourself in a position where you value who you are in the same way that you value your friends is teaching you resilience. You have been experiencing these cycles over and over and over again. That absolutely takes resilience. They're never 100% the same because you grow and change in between each one. You've been able to survive, right? For lack of a better term. It's not a great term, but you've been able to make it through every single one of those to get to the point where you're finally asking yourself, why does this keep happening to me? You're realizing that you are the common denominator. And now you know that you need to go within, treat yourself the same way that you would treat a friend so that you can move forward, so that you can not make the same bad decisions, not make the same choices. I know it sounds easier said than done, but every journey starts with a small step. You've already proven to yourself that you have the resilience. Take that small step to move forward. The Seal, the intuition, this is, you already know, you knew when we started this, and I'm sorry to call you out, but you already knew that desperately wanting to go on vacation was really just running away from whatever the situation is. You didn't need me to tell you that. You already knew. Your intuition is stronger than you're giving it credit for, and you're probably rolling your eyes and cursing me out, and that's okay. That's what I'm here for. But the facts are the facts. Your intuition already told you. You didn't need me. This is your sign to start to trust yourself more and stop looking outside of yourself for validation. And lastly, the Snake, every snake sheds its skin, transformation. You burning this bridge and walking away from this person or this situation is going to transform you in ways that you are not yet aware of. Again, the universe needed to be a little dramatic, as they sometimes are, but it was for your best and highest good. Know that, carry that with you. There's still a little bit of cleanup work that you're gonna have to do in this situation, but trust me when I tell you, you will be transformed. Thanks, guys. This has been your AMOR FATI reading. I hope that you enjoyed it. Until next time.